Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Rodless. I got my boy Angel in the house.
Good, was good. How y'all doing tonight?
We are doing good. Angel, you might have to carry the show today because I have a fucked up voice. Because somehow I got a fucked up voice after Christmas Eve. I was taking shots and woke up with a sore throat. So I don't know if it was that or maybe the
Those are
weather.
three
I
shots
took
of whatever.
I took 3 shots of whatever on top of the other 6, 7 shots of Don Julio and ¿cómo se llama? Espolón.
Except
Es- I didn't mean to do 6, 7. It was more like 6 and 3 something. And they wanted me to drink a vodka shot from actual una bottle de Russia. And I said no. Me and vodka do not get along. Before we get this started, did you get anything new for your Christmas? Any new boxing gloves? Any new boxing tape? Anything?
for Christmas, no, but for myself, yeah, I ended up spending $600 on a winning cup. It's custom. I like on it, so
Do you
I
have
better beat some people up, or I'm gonna look like shit. Imagine spending $600 on a cup and getting your ass whooped. I don't know. That's the number one thing. Like I got like when I buy nice boxing gear, I gotta make sure I look good in it. I'm not gonna
Yes.
make fun of it and that shit.
Like you're not just gonna buy to buy. Like you gotta
Yeah.
make sure that you do that shit, right? As the I myself, the only thing new that I got was a Deadpool cobija. Anything boxing related? No. No new posters. No new blankets. I didn't buy anything myself. Christmas. Other than no, I don't think I got anything boxing related. Other than I finally put up the Muhammad Ali poster, which I was finding ways where to put it because it's a bigger one. So I'm happy that I found finally a place for it. So knowing damn well when I tell everyone, Ali for me is one of my favorite fighters that I never got to see, that I only know about his history, watching old videos and all that stuff. Um, but we're at the end of the year. We're at least 1 week, right? Next week se acaba midways. When you guys see this video, it's probably the ending. So just in case, I'm gonna say it to the people here. Just in case Naoya Inoue gets knocked out or Naoya Inoue wins by knockout. If we don't see it, obviously we can't mention that it's knockout of the year because we haven't watched it. Even
True.
though
Watch
this
it
video,
tonight.
yeah, even though this video might be uploaded on Sunday or might be uploaded on Monday, I don't know yet because I'm lazy when it comes to editing. Just give me a break. But we are gonna talk literally about our top 3 fights of the year. Either top that you think is the best of the best, the creme de la creme, or your favorite. Keep it simple, keep it basic. I saw this on the co-main event and I loved it. Or you can go the whole shebang. You're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this shit because I think when top of the echelon fights, it's fighting time. We're also gonna talk about our top 3 potential fights or that are fights that are already signed or have been talked about for 2026. And of course, the best one of the best one that we love to talk about majority of the times, knockout of the motherfucking year. The one that made you say a toda madre. And here we go. I'm gonna start off my fight, fight of the year. This one was kind of like debatable for me because it's I love I
I thought it was knockout of the year and then 3 fights of the year.
yes, and your top, yeah, and then we were gonna talk. Our unfortunately, our other guest star, he wanted to talk about potential fights of the year, like or maybe a fight that you may want to see. But
For
obviously, he's not here. But if we get a chance to talk about it, we'll just brush on it. Right now, my favorite fight, even though I'm in love with CTE, those are my type of favorite fights where it's just action packed. I will say that I was excited for this fight and I ended up getting pleased by it, and that's the Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda El Camarón. When I saw how Shakur shut me up when he took the grid, he stayed on pocket, he withstood those 1,200 shots, those 1,000 shots, and he fought back and he took it like a champ. He showed what a champion is, and it was in a way action packed. It was even though it was very defensive fight. That was it. I'm like, I loved every minute of that fight, even though I had him losing, even though I wanted him to lose. I'm like, he shut me up and I gave him his flowers. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, you're the guy. I'm like, I don't see who can beat you at the moment. I'm like, because you're just that good defensively, and especially because you stood on pocket and you just didn't run like in your other fights. I'm like, or if it's not in the pocket, sorry, it's in the ropes. But he didn't move as much, and that's something that I loved. That he knew how to get away from 1,000 punches. That's
Yeah,
my number 3 of the year.
but I will say that is technically like you know how like styles are made for styles. I'd say a style like Shakur, he'd want somebody to throw a lot of punches. But I say when he has problems, like you say, Oscar Valdez, he hit him with one good punch. He didn't hit him with a lot of good punches. He hit him with
Yeah.
one good punch to the stomach. That's why I think Tio has a pretty good shot there because it. Shakur, the way to beat him is gonna have to be one punch. It's not gonna be a million punches. He's just gonna sit there all day, just catching all that. And then Zepeda didn't have that power to
No,
have
no,
that.
no, and I know that Cepeda's not a power puncher. He's more of a
Oh,
continuous puncher, right? Continuous. It's just something that I loved about Shakur that he withstood those 1,000 punches. I thought those 1,000 punches were going to be overwhelming, or he wasn't going to want to fight back, that he was going to bitch out, that he was going to start running, and he didn't. And he stood there and he fought, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And your number 3, Angel, what is the one that you're like, yeah, this deserves to be up there as my number 3?
number three. All right, this one might be just a tad bit biased, but I will say even Pro Box says it's fight of the year. Yeah, my old teammate Emiliano Moreno versus this Cuban that he fought on the card. I was trying to find his name, but I couldn't find it. Just give me 1 second.
What was the main event on that fight?
It was. Hold on. Just let me look at the box record real quick, and it'll remind me. But I
And this is a guy that you know, right? That he fights in your gym.
yeah, I've sparred him a hell of times. It was actually his first loss too.
Okay,
He ended
okay.
up losing this fight, but he it was Emiliano Moreno versus Raul Garcia. Really good fight, banger fight. Pro Box itself said fight of the year. That's their fight of the year, pretty much.
Raul Garcia's a Spaniard guy, no? The guy from
Cuban.
Cuban. ¿Cómo se llama? Where was this fight at? It
This
must have been
was
no?
Chicken Ranch, California, something like that.
Chicken Ranch,
I
man.
don't know what the fuck it's called.
I've never heard of that city, bro.
I don't know. It was something chicken.
I've been here in California for 35 years. I've never heard of no fucking chicken. Well, I mean, it's probably in up north, maybe. But who was the main event? Do you remember?
Yeah, I just found the card right here. Main event. Yeah, bro, it's just so fucking hard to find. 12-0. He was the co-main. Oh, it was at Osekala Heritage Park in Kissimmee. Where I don't know where the fuck that's at.
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. Kissimmee. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, bro.
Oh, this one fucking looks like you, bro.
Oh, yeah. He used to have like the same hair as me, pretty much.
Yeah. Same mustache, same hair. Are you sure it wasn't you? And you were just trying to promote yourself?
Maybe I got a double career. I got a double career here. Who knows?
Oh, this was definitely a freaking it was on a pro box fight in Florida. Jeremy Hill.
Florida, Chicken Ranch, Florida. So
Yeah.
it's something to do with Chicken Ranch. Chicken Ranch.
That was probably the arena where they fought at. It's Jeremy Hill versus Christian Cruz Chacon. Now I remember the fight. It was a pro box fight. What's it called? It was one of those rare pro box fights that happened on a Saturday, and it was on a slow month where majority.
Naji Lopez was the main event versus
What was that?
Naji
Lopez,
Hot
yes,
Sauce Anderson.
Yes, there you go. I thought my bad. I must have when I thought Jeremy Hill for some reason, I forgot about the Naji Lopez because I remember Naji Lopez because he was supposed to fight como se llama Better Beef. So I wanted to see what was up with Naji Lopez. You know, like I want to see how he looks at light heavyweight because I never had seen him fight, and that's why I checked that fight out. So I know which one exactly you're talking about. You are being a little extra biased though.
No, I'm not. Hey, Paulie Malignaggi himself said that's Pro Box Fight of the Year.
Pro box. That's pro box.
That's a big organization, and I will say Fight of the Year for me because you did not watch the fight. That shit was a war. It was
a war, and I just think that there was better wars. You know, better war.
What's a better war? Give me an example, right?
Eubanks versus Conor Benoit.
Slop fest.
Yes,
the last round was a slop fest. There was no conditioning in those last rounds. It was
Fierro versus Cruz.
Right, y'all giving what are y'all giving Fierro for he's fought like a sloppy Mexican. He just survived all 12 rounds. I don't see what the fuck you guys were praising him for. He didn't even deserve a rematch. He got his
I,
ass
I,
whipped.
I'm
That
not
shit was
praising.
not a close fight.
I saw him lose. I saw him
I
lose.
saw him lose too. That shit was a shitty fight.
I'm just saying
They
it
were
was.
banging, but this motherfucker was having his hands down getting clipped like this.
Yeah, that's why he lost.
Yeah, and that's why he ended up fucking kicking his next opponent too. I would kick my next opponent if I missed out my big money fight too.
That's so true. My next fight of the year. Obviously, this one's an easy for me. I am very biased because it it
You
answered.
don't be being biased, but you gotta be biased. Not get out of here.
It's still a great fight. The only reason I'm biased towards this because it answered my theory that I had about boxing. I said the only guy who beats Bivol is Better Beef. I'm like the only guy that beats Better Beef is Bivol. And Better Beef versus Bivol Part Two answered my question when he won the rematch, and we had another banger from
That's
these two Russians, from these guys going at it, and I loved every minute of it. It was action packed. Whoa, he left me alone. Oh my god. I was just getting cooking with my rematch of the year. Well, that's technically the rematch of the year. I ain't gonna lie, that was rematch of the year for sure. Pero sí está cabrón, like, because these fools went at it. These fools went at it, going back and forth, toe to toe, boom, boom, boom. We didn't know what Bivol was gonna do. What difference can he do? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm in a monologue. I'm in a monologue, and I didn't realize what could have Bivol done more. And he literally just stepped it up a notch. He threw more, and in a way, this is the first time that I saw Better Beef look old. So for me, it is number two, and it's definitely the rematch of the year. But number two, Better Beef versus Bivol. I am biased because, like I said before you left off, I said that this answered my theory about the only guy that can be Better Beef was Bivol, and the only guy that can beat Bivol was Better Beef. So technically, by them beating each other, it answered my own question that I was like, "Yup, I was right. These guys can only lose to each other because I never saw anyone else beating them." I don't know if you remember that fight because it was early in the year and it was one of the best rematches of all time for me that I've seen with my own eyes. With that I've seen with my own eyes. If and I am being biased for that reason, but the fight itself is still a great fight for me.
No, that was a banger fight. I remember both Saturdays. I made sure to watch the whole card just to wait for the. And I think Bevo edged both of them. I just think he edged the second one more convincingly. Just honestly, but yeah, I will say the same. My number two is the trilogy. No, not the trilogy. The duology, whatever the fuck you want to call that. The two fights between them. What's supposed to be a trilogy? We should have had trilogy,
And we
but
might have
Bevo
it
had to
in
get a surgery.
March. We might have it
Mark,
in March from what I've been reading, but it's still on the like how you guys say it. It's a 6-7 thing. It's the when you see Better Beef and Bivol going at it, they're both gonna be coming off a year without fighting. Bivol might be coming off ¿cómo se dice la palabra? From a surgery. If they go straight into the trilogy, do you still see it going the same way? Do we still get another spectacular showing? Or does Better Beef finally show his age?
I think honestly, just over time, I think it, Better Beef only has one way to win, and I think the more time that goes passes on, gives advantage to Bevo's way of winning, which is his knowledge, his boxing skill, his IQ is going to win in the fight. And plus, what you said, the age too. I just think Bevo's just gonna get more agile, especially after a back surgery that he's supposed to been have for years and
Yes.
recovering it. I'd say, yeah, it might be maybe it'll be closer. It'll not closer. I mean, it'll be like more deciding on Bevo's part
Or
if he
does
wins this time.
yes, yes. That's how I see it too. If there's a trilogy, I'm like, as much as I'll be rooting for Better Beef because he is my dog, I'm like, I just don't see where he's gonna look any younger. I'm like, you're not gonna get the knockout. You're not. I'm like, Bivos showing chin. You haven't dropped them. You've rocked them, but you haven't dropped them. And so far, I'm like, I don't see a way where Better Beef can turn it up a notch and knock him out, or turn it up a notch and win the decision. But in this particular case, if it happens, I'm there. I'm watching it. and I know sure as fuck that it's gonna win. Probably again, it's gonna be in my top three if it happens in 2026. I'm alluding right because number one on 2024 that was my favorite fight of the year. 2025 is my top two, so technically, this is looks like it's cooking to be one of the best trilogies of all time if we ever get the trilogy. So far,
I say yeah.
it's two of the best fights I've seen. Again, with my own eyes. For me, with my own eyes. Who's your number two, Angel?
Uh,
Oh no, no, you said it was the
yeah,
same
I
one.
just said it is
Yeah,
the
my bad, my bad,
OG
my bad.
trilogy.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I got the same number two. I'll
I'll
just say it too because I remember that day so vividly. I got Cooch right before the second fight happened, and I found out Bebo won. That shit was magical day, magical day.
I will say this. I am shocked that you went that route. I
No, Bebo's always been a top five fighter for me. Not top five fighter pound pound, but top five fighter for me.
okay, like you're like he's the one type of guy that you won't miss his fights.
Yeah, no, but he's the reason I'm not a Canelo fan anymore. When I just got into boxing. I was just getting into boxing when he beat Canelo's ass. Wow, I remember sitting in front of that big ass TV and be like, Canelo, Canelo. I was just like, mid-match, I'm like, what's going on? Because I knew the hype about Canelo. I watched a couple Canelo's fights before, but this is where I sat down and I was a fan of Canelo, and then that shit happened. I was like,
Yeah, like what the fuck
what
happened?
the fuck?
What the fuck happened? There's talking about Canelo. I will give this honorable mention because I was debating if it was gonna make my top three. But I was like, because it looks so one sided in a way, and because there's one fight that happened in the same card, I can't give it to it. But I'll give an honorable mention to Canelo versus Crawford. The way that Crawford dominated. I don't think the fight itself deserves to be like fight of the year, but Crawford for that fight does deserve to be basically fighter of the year because of the way that he just dominated Canelo at his weight class, being the older fighter. I am giving that an honorable mention, but in that particular card, not in the co-main event. I don't think it was a co-main event. If I recall, it was the third fight. We got my fight of the year, Lester Martinez versus Christian Mabili. That was a CTE fight that for me will always get the beer, will always get the chelas. I'll start opening them up, saco la carne asada, and just start screaming at the freaking TV, celebrando. I'm like, esos son vergazos, esos son putazos. That fight is what got me to say that fight was a toda madre. And the draw for me was good. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if I saw a winner, I'm like, in a way, Christian Mabili, because he brought the pressure. I'm like, pero in CNC,
Yeah,
I
nah,
was fine. I was fine with the draw. I'm like, if we ever
yeah,
get part two, it's gonna be for a belt. It's not gonna happen without a belt anymore. I'm
yeah.
especially
WWE
now
is
that
chicken shit though.
yeah, especially now that Crawford dropped the belts. I'm like, I do believe que it's gonna be if we ever get a rematch, it's gonna be for the belt or
I
someone's
honestly don't see why that isn't the mandatory fight for WBC. I don't know. I think it's just Turkey helping favor out Hamza to get in the Billy match, which I don't really see why they fought for the interim. Literally, they fought for the interim
they
of the
fought for
belt,
the interim,
but
and
they
it was
want to put
yeah,
the Turkey money guy up front.
yeah, yeah, and but yeah, that fight, these guys put their heart on the line. These guys put their name out there, and I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know if any of the other contenders, like I look at Munguia, the way that he fought Raj on a rematch, I'm like, bro, I'm like, I don't know how you can fuck with Mabili or Lester that showed chin, that showed aggressiveness, and they did not show any fear. I'm like, in Munguia, on your Siraj rematch, you showed fear, and I don't like that. I'm like, I don't like that. So, Mabili Lester, both of you, congratulations. For me, you are fight of the year. That is a toda madre fight of the year for sure. How about yourself, Angel? What is the fight that you're like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah?
I say number one. Let me see on this list. I had to say on my list of drunk, and he's not even here. He's not even freaking here. Okay, I talk tick shit about it, but it's Eubank and Ben. And this is honestly purely off of because I had all my friends over when that fight happened, and the last 12th round where they were just throwing sloppy shit, we were all just going fucking crazy,
Yes,
all going crazy.
a lot of people do talk a lot of shit on the sloppiness, But sometimes when those sloppiness, those exchanges, when they look clean, like oh goodness gracious, I'm like, here we fucking go. When you have an ambiente, when you're with your homies, I don't know if you're drinking, right? Because obviously we're in America and you don't drink, son. You know what I'm saying. Pero cuando estás en ambiente en un barbecue party, watching the fight, yeah, it can be more fun than what you think. And then when you watch it on your own time, you're like, what the fuck? This was so sloppy. But at the moment, you're like, hell yeah, hell fucking yeah, let's do this shit. Let's fucking do this. And
Right.
that's I when I saw that the Billy fight, and I'm not sorry, the your fight, the Connor Ben versus Eubanks, I was watching it on my phone at work. So my
Yeah.
way, when I saw that, it's not the same experience as you. You
Yeah,
have your
that's what I was gonna say. It's
yes,
like it's like it depends on your situation. Because I think
see,
if I had
see.
all my friends over for that Bevo Better Beef fight, that would have been my number one.
Yes, of course, and I see where you're going at with this, and I totally understand cuando muchos ponen el ambiente. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's the
Yes,
moment is
one
what
hundred
counts. That's
percent.
what we're saying in a way. These are our top three, but at the same time, it's our favorite ones. Like we're being a little bit biased because of other reasons, not because of that. It's a spectacular showing. I'm like, not because of this and that, but in reality, it's those little extra moments in the background that kicks it to number one. Now, as we proceed to the next step, do you
I
have
thought you
any
was about to
honorable
start
mention?
singing.
Huh?
I thought you were about to start singing this
Ah,
one
yeah.
song.
Oh, bien.
As we proceed to let you know.
when when
we
you start looking at the knockout of the year, right? Because the other one, the other three, the other stuff we're going to talk about is just basically bullshit. But the knockout of the year is not bullshit. It's something that happened in 2025. Do you have any honorable mentions where you're like, that deserves it, but it's not in my list for knockout of the year?
knockout of the year for honorable
Yeah.
mention.
Honorable mention, like it's not your it, but it was almost it.
I'll say the Norman KO just because of the level of competition. That dude came in high guard, swinging, swinging. That's an easy style to beat. You wait for one big swing. What's gonna be right here,
Yes.
right
Boom.
there? And then, like he said, the mirror. He saw him mirror the jab to the body. He saw him mirroring a lot of things. Caught him. That's what a low level opponent will do. I will
Yes.
say that. I love Jin Sasaki. I like him as a person because he's fucking big, spirity, big, and all that. He's just not the best fighter out there. If that, like you said, if that shit happened to Haney, knockout of the year, sealed, deal, done. Ex
Mm.
undisputed champ getting knocked down like that. Well, it ended up the other way, and I honestly think it hurt Norman's feelings more that he got dropped by Devin Haney than actually losing to him because of all that shit talking about brick hands.
Yes. Yes. And it's true. I'm like, it just sucks. He sold us a lot of the people that because of that for recency bias. But at the same time, I'm like the way that he spoke. I'm like, we want this fresh new blood, and sometimes you talk a little too much, and for you to get dropped by a pillow fisted fighter, I'm like that hurts, and it hurts your ego. So if he comes back, hopefully he comes back good, and he doesn't come out with bullshit. My honorable mention. Hopefully you didn't choose this one, but if I did choose this one, if this is your knockout of the year, I'll let you take it away. But my honorable mention is Berlanga versus Shiraz.
Oh, hell no, no, hell no. I don't even like that KO. That was a shitty
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
KO. That was
It's
not on my list. That's not on my list.
it's a for me it's a shitty it's a guilty pleasure. Like I know it's shitty because I never expected Berlanga to be anything, but just the beatdown and the way that this fool kept getting up, fucking punching the gloves like if he was like, like
The little
fool, like, sit
monkeys.
your ass down.
Nah,
And
he got to be on the spectrum, bro.
yeah, that beatdown. If there was a beatdown of the year on this channel, that would be the fucking beatdown. Pero putiza le acomodó in the knockout. I just loved it. I loved every fucking second of it. And that's for me, it's a guilty pleasure, but it's also an honorable mention. As far as KO of the year, I'll go first because I feel like yours is gonna be better.
All right.
We have different tastes in boxing. I'm gonna go with the Bam Rodriguez contra El Martinez.
No, that's mine too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Oh, really? Oh
yeah.
shit! I did not expect that.
No, no, I like boxing. That's my counter. I love slipping jabs and throwing shoes
Yes.
after. That was a beautiful knockout. Why do you think that was not gonna be though?
For me, la razón that I chose that as knockout of the year, the level of competition. You're talking about an undefeated
Right
champion,
there.
undefeated champion.
X
You did,
unified too.
yes. And then we're going back and forth where a lot of people are saying, no, this is closer than what people think. And he's not a bum. He's young because they kept saying, oh no, he's only beating up old guys.
I
And I'm like,
sparred that motherfucker.
yeah,
I sparred that motherfucker. He's not no bum. He's not no
yeah.
bum. He fucking hits.
So,
He like people my weight.
yeah. So when you see that breakdown, like he's breaking him apart. I did not expect a KO like that. I was expecting Puma to take a knee. Like, oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
probably take a knee anytime soon. And when that shit landed, yeah, he didn't go to sleep, but that fool gave up on. He's like, I'm not getting.
I feel
He's
like
not. Yeah. He just stayed like he kind of like levantó la cabecita, and he's like, nah, fuck that, fuck
yeah, no. I mean, I would too. What's he gonna get up to? Another fucking 4 rounds of ass beating? And I
that.
will say, I was gonna bring this up while you were talking earlier. Ass beating of the year, ass whooping of the year. That
Yeah,
he outclassed him every single fucking round. You just
yes,
saw it from the start. Just one dimension versus fucking 5 dimensions.
yes.
Just
He
completely outboxing him, seeing shit he's
we're
never seen before. And I'm telling you this, I think the problem was they thought Bam was going to be agile because I will say this in his camp when I sparred him, after me, it was just a bunch of Olympic trialists, dude. It was not heavy hitter, good boxers. It was speed and agile dudes. And it was for the Bam camp. Well, no, actually, no, that was the Taraji camp. Never mind, never mind. But I just think he could have chose better sparring partners. Even for the BAM camp, I'm here in Vegas where he stays for his camps.
yeah.
He went over to LVFC. That gym is only known for having fighters, not fucking boxers. He had good sparring, but it's
Uh,
not the sparring for BAM. I
he-
sparred one of the dudes that he sparred before. They're just fighting fighters. LVFC, Las Vegas Fight Club, because all they do is fucking fight. They just
yeah,
only want to fight. That's
uh,
not going to win you a BAM fight. He's a fucking 10
he's a
dimensional boxer.
yes, and I think that's why when I remember I had a podcast about it. It was me, the David, and Drunky. Scorpio was basically saying he's like, no, this is not going to be close as what you guys think. He's like, Bam is on another level, and I kept telling him like, yeah, but Martinez is also on his prime. He's also a champion. He's also this. Like I try to sell this fight, and Scorpio's like, no, just watch the fight. Like well, that's the reason why styles make fights. And the only thing I did call, I said that Bam was gonna. And I'm like, if I see a knockout, I'm like, it's gonna be around round 10. That's what I said. I missed it by a round. So even when I said that I didn't see it, I still said 10 and I was right about that. And it's just the way that he beat him down. I'm like, bro, I'm like, not only did you get beat down, but he was out boxing you, he was out clousing you, he was out punching you, and he was being the better fighter from round one, minute one, or first second, all the way until you got knocked the fuck out. And it was a beautiful knockout. It was a beautiful knockout. It's you know how when people talk about La Maravilla when he knocked out Williams, for me, in a way, that's like a lucky punch. Like
Who?
you just La Maravilla, Sergio Maravilla, when he knocked out Paul Williams. I don't know if you
Oh,
ever
okay,
seen.
never mind. I just needed to hear the last name. There you go.
Okay, so when he connected, for me, it looks like it's like a lucky, not a lucky punch because they're both swinging, but Maravilla takes his shot and he's looking down, right? So he's doing this and he knocked him out because he landed. For Bam, you can tell that's an intentional shot. You're like he's
Yeah,
looking and he's going like boom,
yeah, yeah.
and
I
and go 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 go.
Oh no, 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 you got it, you got it. I was just gonna make a mistake.
The best part is like first is like tú lo miras como un boxer, right? Because you box, you have your amateur record. You go to the gym, so you see other stuff that I don't see. But what I saw, I'm like, to me, I'm like, it didn't even seem like that shot was hard. Like it was
No,
just well connected.
I'm not. I'm gonna send you a clip after the podcast of me landing this exact same shot. You do not the force of that shot does not come from you throwing the shot hard. It comes from them going into the punch because it's a counter. It's a counter to the jab. The jab leaves them right here.
Yeah,
What's the closest thing to the jab? You can go over it and around it. Go
yeah,
bam,
yeah, boom,
boom, shoot it right there. Right there. It lands on the chin, the momentum's gonna knock him out. It's just right
yeah.
there. I almost knocked the dude out with this punch before, so I know. It's the momentum. Yeah, counters are probably the deadliest thing in boxing. One good counter will get you fucking knocked out.
Yeah, yeah. One good counter hit, and I've seen that many times. And when I saw that shit, I'm like, I only kept thinking to myself, I'm like, imagine if Bam put some power on that shit, he would have slept him. Like he would have slept him.
No, he would have.
I'm
That
like,
was
but
more of like an automatic like brain thing, like, oh, he saw a jab coming, slip it, bam. But
yeah,
if he was waiting for that, boom, It would have been
Yes.
lights out.
And I was like, and I was just thinking, I'm like, that's what you call a high level KO. Like, cause
Almost
he's
effortless.
yes,
Effortless, pretty
like
much.
effort. There you go, effortlessly. And I was like, damn, I love that knockout. I'm like, I didn't think you were gonna go that route. Our compadre, Scorpio, I feel like he would have gone. Well, he does love Bam a lot. I don't know if he would have chose that one though. I know he's a Bam fan. He's a Bam
I
fan.
honestly think he would have gone with the bang number just because I was looking at that.
It
I
was a
just
nice.
want
Is that one's a devastating knockout? Like it looks beautiful, but it's like
who the
level.
fuck is Jin Sikorsky?
Yes, and that counts a lot for me. Is level of competition. It counts a lot because you're fighting the echelon. You're fighting like the top of the creme. You know.
Yeah.
Now, as we conclude our little top three knockouts, fights of the year, knockout of the year,
I want to
I
get into
want to
this. This is what I wanted to get into. This is what I added my stuff to. I wanted to get into these. So you say
into these, which is future fights that you want to see for 2026 that are either already stamped, or if they're not stamped and they're in talks, or if you just want to see it because you just want to see it, that they haven't mentioned anything, or you just want to see it because it's 2026 and it's fucking time to see this fight. So I'll take
uh
it away with
you
you.
go first. You go first because I
Me,
want to think about this
I wanted to see the Zurdo fight before the Benavides fight, but now that the other guy got injured and he's not taking a tune-up, I got very disinterested because for the sole reason that Zurdo's going to be coming in 1 year inactive. I don't
one.
like
Yeah.
I don't like for Zurdo that, but me
It's
as a
gonna be bad.
Zurdo fan, I do like Zurdo a lot. I'm like, I love that he switched his stance, the way that he fights. And Benavides moving up, knowing what he's done, I'm like, I'm interested in that fight. That would be one where I'm like, that it's legit, that it's gonna happen. I'm like, and I want to see it. I just want to see it. I'm like, I finally want to see two guys going at it. And Zurdo's no slouch. Like he has a chin. He will fight back. He can be a dog as well. And he's already accustomed to that division of being fighting bigger guys. While Benavides is moving up, also being big, but he's probably not accustomed to that weight, which is 20 pounds more than light heavyweight. And who knows, maybe eating those burritos can actually help him out a lot. Those tortas, those hamburgers, when you get in fight camp, you yourself, you've said it in the chat. I
It's gonna
fucking
be
hate
two
this shit.
fat
I'm
fucking
hungry.
Mexicans fighting. It's gonna be two fat fucking Mexicans fighting.
Yeah.
Mexicans gain weight. I go to a Mexican gym. There's no abs there, but they can fight their fucking abs off. Everybody can fight their ass off. Now,
and
I'm an example of that. Barely got abs.
yes, and what's it called? And when I look at that, right? When I saw your videos of how you slimmed down, and when I looked at Benavides, how he slimmed down, I give Benavides shit for other reasons, but for you to stay consistent to that weight, like yourself, like himself, I'm like, yeah, you're a professional when it comes to that part. I'm like, I don't know about your resume, but at least professional wise, I'm like, and what I've been seeing for this light heavyweight run, I'm like, bro, I think you're getting unhealthy for that division, and
No,
that's
he is.
and that's why I believe he's moving up. And the only thing I think of is like, if Zurdo fights fights smart, he can use those feet. The way that he's been fighting with his feet, he
He's
can
slow.
use it. Yes, I'm like the thing is, I'm like he's fighting a warrior. He's fighting a guy that's gonna be throwing hands. I'm like, will Zurdo get his Mexican pride in the way and just go to war, or are we gonna see a technical Zurdo? That's where I'm interested, and that's where I told you, I'm like, I wish I could have seen him fight in January so I can see what type of Zurdo we're gonna get in May. I'm like, I'm excited. I am excited, but not
I'm
as
very
much.
sick.
But I'm still excited. I'm still excited.
I will say though, Benavidez is still gonna be big as fuck at fucking cruiserweight because cruiserweight's 200 maximum.
Yes.
In camp with him, he was 240. 240. That's still gonna be 40 pounds to cut down.
That's not too. He's not 240.
He was with his. I don't even know if I should be even fucking saying this, but his own fucking words, he said he was 240. His own words. He said he was
Really?
240. It wasn't me looking at him and be like, oh, he's 240. He's like, yeah, I gotta get down from 140 to 175. Damn.
Holy shit! That's a lot of cut. That's a lot of weight cutting.
Oh, wait, actually. Sorry. It was 40 pounds. He was
Above 175.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm sorry, that is my fault. So he was 225.
225. That's still a lot of fucking pounds.
Still 25 pounds to cut down. And bro, the thing is, I lost the weight while gaining muscle. I was lifting, like you see. I don't look that small. Like
Yeah,
Benavidez, he looks frail. He looks kind of skinny, but he's big frame. He's gonna fill that shit out. The way that you cut weight also matters too, because it looked like he just kind of like starved himself to get down. This is just kind of
yes,
skinny. I feel
yes,
like he's gonna have to get into the weight room if he wants to do something good against Zerto. Because as much volume as he has, what if it just doesn't feel it?
yeah, yeah. Y cómo se llama? That's where I'm like, I've always said this, the same thing about that I say about Camarón, that's Benavides. I'm like, you don't have power. I'm like, what you have is a lot of fucking putazos. I'm like, and people get tired, but I'm like, the thing is, I'm like, if, like I said, if Zurdo becomes that technical boxer that he's been at cruiserweight, I'm like, we're gonna see a fun fight. But if he goes to war, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like people were saying Zurdo is gonna get knocked out in 4 rounds. I'm like, no, you guys are stupid. This guy has a chin. I'm like, and he has feet, so he's gonna survive for at least 4 or 5 rounds. I'm like, before it goes to a dog war. I'm like, once it gets into a dog war, I think I have to favor Benavides at this point in their careers.
Yeah, yeah. I will say he's gonna dog him out with that volume. I will say that.
That is my first fight that is
He's
kind of
slow.
that is not official, but it is in talks. So and most likely we're gonna get the fucking fight. We're most likely gonna get the fucking fight.
They want that.
Yeah,
Better Beef's not gonna fight him. Bevo's
yeah,
not gonna fight him. Callum Smith's gonna fight Morrell.
yeah.
Benavidez not gonna take a step back in competition for any fucking reason.
Yeah, yeah. So and even the only other fight that made sense to do was basically Kalen Smith, but we heard that he's fighting Morel. The other guy would be Michael Leifert, which is the mandatory for Bivol, and I'm pretty sure he would want to fight Bivol over Benavides, knowing damn well that Bivol has three belts. So why fight for one when you can fight for three?
Yeah.
So that's my first one. What about you?
Second one,
No, that was my first. I want
Ben.
your
Oh yeah, no, my second. I'm going to my second fight that I want to see: Benavidez versus Better Beef. And this is just because I want to see how durable Benavidez is. You saw him get dropped by a jab. You've seen him get rocked by Morrell. I honestly think that Morrell's counter that he caught him up against the rope is probably Better Beef's average fucking shot. Just,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
So
You're not
I will say I have him because of the age. I would have Benavidez winning if he could take the punch. That's the only thing that matters, and that's the one thing that matters against Better Beef. He could take the punch. Bevo, he could take the punch and box through it. If Benavidez, he's gonna be a come for a shot. He's gonna get fucking hit. He's gonna get hit a lot. He's probably gonna get hit a lot. Better Beef. If it
the only
happens, that's why I want to see it.
the only thing I don't like about that fight that this fight would if it happens, Better Beef has to win. That's one. Oh, if we get the trilogy, if we get the trilogy
Sure.
in the beginning of the year, right? Better Beef would have to win, and then the fight happens in September, October. It most likely will be in Riyadh. The only thing I don't like about this fight is that Benavides would have to come down from cruiserweight, and I don't know, man. You've seen how fighters once they go up and they come down, how they look bad. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's why I
that
kind of
chin's gonna be drained.
yeah, that's why I kind of hate the fact that he moved up in a way for the Surdo fight because I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, you could have had other fights before that shit. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little bit against it if it happens in that way. I'm like, if he goes up and then he comes down to fight, let's say Morel again or Kalen Smith before getting a Bivol or Better Be fight, then yes, I'm like, okay. I'm like, you did it the right way, but to go right away and fight a warrior, I'm completely against that shit because it might fucking be ass later on. You know, it might be ass. It might backfire. Is what I'm trying to say. It might backfire.
Yeah, I will say that. But what's your second? Or do
My
you not
second,
have one?
no, I do have one. This one's more of a hopefully it happens, and I've been waiting for this shit for years. AJ versus Tyson Fury. I'm a heavyweight guy.
Now though, after it took him fucking a couple rounds to even hit Jake Paul,
Para empezar,
he has no rhythm anymore. He's just fucking powerful shot.
for me, it was probably in the contract. Hey, let me live for 3 rounds and then do
No,
whatever
it
I want.
was not in the contract.
For me,
That
it
shit was
was.
not in the. Me visually seeing that as a boxer, I will say if somebody fights you like Jake Paul fights you like a bitch, 100%
Okay,
fight
okay,
like a
like
bitch.
running. It's really hard to land.
Running, it's gonna be hard to fucking land, no matter who the fuck it is. It could be a beginner. Them running around the ring, making weird ass angles for you to not want to hit. He was being smart. He was in the camp with world champions. They're gonna tell him how the fuck to evade a right hand. He was
Yeah,
doing the smart shit by rolling out. making sure this wasn't here to get fucking hit, keeping him around. Just the conditioning was not fucking there. The round 4, no. If you're gonna what I knew he was fucked when I saw him start running, and then literally the ad before he was like, "Oh, this camp, oh, I'm not focusing on running. I'm focusing on banging weight, being big, getting the knockout shot." I'm like, and then the first thing you do is the little chicken shit running. He's gonna get tired in 4 rounds and get knocked the fuck out.
It's like, it's like if me and you were to face, right? I'm the older guy though, ¿verdad? Es muy diferente en este caso. But if I decide to go and run, I'm like, I can probably survive maybe 3 rounds before you start landing good.
Not giving yourself too much time. I could cut the ring off better than AJ. AJ can't even cut off a fucking cucumber with a pocket knife.
You also got to remember this was a ring that was size 22 by 22, so it was a much larger ring than what we usually get in. Because I think majority of rings are 20 by 20s, majority of them. So 22 by 22 is kind of like okay, okay, What's your number? What's the next one for you?
I'll say this. This is honestly my number one. I honestly went backwards on here. I want to see Yoneli Hernandez versus either Adames or Jonathan.
Damn, I don't think Johnny Beck's staying at 160, bro.
Yeah, no, he's gonna move
No,
up,
he's
and
gonna move
that's
up.
if he doesn't get fucking banned.
Yeah, yeah. And it's better for Johnny Beck. I've been saying it. Fool, just move up. Nobody wants to fight you. And at 168, everything's up there. Pero Yoneli Hernandez contra Adames, I'm in for that shit. I'm in for it.
That sounds like the fucking fight. That sounds
The
like the
only,
fucking fight.
the only thing I'm not gonna say that scares me, right? The only thing that I will say, I think Yoneli Hernandez is stuck
Untested
with
him.
Matchroom, right? Is he with Matchroom?
No, PBC.
Oh, he's with us. We should fucking get that fight. I don't see no reason why
That's
we
what
can.
I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm saying. It should be next up. I honestly would rather have seen that than Austin Williams get knocked the fuck out in like 5 rounds. Austin Williams gonna get fucking raped. Peter Vallone, I've been next to Peter Vallone. He's not much bigger than me, and he fucking gave Austin Williams fucking 12 rounds of hell.
Yeah, I know that Mo Williams, his biggest. Oh wow, was against fucking. Well, I think he dropped Hamza. I think he dropped Shiraz, and that was like his biggest thing before he got knocked the fuck out by Shiraz. So even in his biggest moment, he got knocked out by Shiraz.
Yeah,
Um, ¿cómo se llama? Yeah, that if that's the thing about PBC for like as much as I like, ¿cómo te puedo decir? As much as they have good fighters signed, they don't make them fight. Look at fucking Lara. He's with PBC, and we still haven't gotten a unification with Carlos Adames.
we're
Like,
supposed to with some implication, but then
they've
some
been
wanted to take
they've been
fucking
champions for like
super
fucking
soldier drugs.
yeah, they've been fucking champions for like 3 years. Like, no mames. Like, come on, guys. Like, move it along. I think Lara became a champion when Triple G retired, and that was what 5 years ago. Yeah, that was 5 years
Yeah,
ago. Motherfucker's going in the Hall of Fame.
yeah,
5 years ago.
yeah.
He's been a champion for 5 fucking years. And Adames, since Charlo fucking got drunk, this motherfucker became a champion, I think, 3 years ago. So for at least 3 champions, PBC has had a middleweight champion and another one, and we haven't had a unification match. That's the only thing I fucking hate about the PBC, bro. That we don't get the matches that we want to get. But that it would be a banger. It would be a banger. You
Yeah,
know,
I will say TBC's problem is if they have two in-house champions, they're gonna want to keep two in-house champions. They're not gonna make it one in-house champion. They're gonna try to make money off that shit. What I will say, Fondora fucking headline every fight this year. Every fight this year.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Because the PBC has a big roster. Why the fuck are they not using their roster? That's like the Lions going out there and putting in their fucking first strings in every game, even though they're getting fucking singing shit on.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Y como se llama, lo que me cae gordo. That's always been a PBC thing, bro. Like, desde que se hizo esa pinche company, I want to say in 2014. This is like 2014, I think, when it was created. We've always had these issues. That's why when I try to argue with these kids and debate on the group chat, like I'm talking about from past history. I'm like, I've seen it from time and time and time, and it never changes. I'm like, well, that's what we fucking get. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, but it is what it is. My number one, that I don't think we're gonna get at least this year. I would have loved to seen, but we're not gonna get it. Um, Billy versus Shiraz. I think we're gonna get in Billy versus Pacheco. Perdón, Shiraz versus Pacheco. I do not. I believe Shiraz will not fight him belly, bro. He's not gonna fight him, and he's gonna go the Pacheco route for the WBO belt. I believe that's the easier route in a way, and I feel like that would be more of a better fight because we kind of seen what Shiraz looks when he's pressured. He doesn't look good. Adames did a good job, and Mbili will really fuck him up. I do believe Mbili has a better chance of beating Shiraz than Pacheco beating Shiraz.
Yeah, yeah, I'll say that. And
Yes.
I was surprised by Billy's fucking gas tank. That surprised me against Leicester. I thought
Bro,
he would fade out like maybe 6 to 8. No, he stayed all 12, even though he's a big muscly
a-
dude.
a- and that's something that I kind of loved that when Crawford beat Canelo, and now that he's retired, all the belts are loose. So I'm like, now that division, that 168 division, I'm like, we have potential to see great fights. We can get Jaime Munguia versus Lester Martinez, Shiraz versus Pacheco, and Billy versus fucking.
Canelo's gonna get a belt back against a can. I'm gonna tell you that. He's gonna get a
Well,
belt back against a can.
if it's a WBC, we might get fucking Canelo versus Billy, and that's a good fucking fight as well. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if Canelo would take that route though.
Hey, I fucking you, dude. He was supposed to fight Benavidez for years. He could probably tickle WBC Morrow's butt cheeks and get a random ass dude to get a fucking WBC fight again.
Even
It won't even. It'll be like a top 8 probably, and he can get it.
yes, and even this is a bullshit fight that is happening for the belt, the Berlanga versus Resendiz. I'm like, I don't like that shit. I don't think it's fair for Lester. I'm like, but we're out. We might. I think we are gonna get that. I think it's official already.
That's
Resendiz.
not official.
It's not official. Okay, I hope it's
It's
not.
just in
'Cause
talks.
I'm like,
Oh, see, somebody asked me about this earlier, and I was excited for the card. They're gonna add Rosendi's Berlanga supposedly to that fight, and I
see, see,
honestly think I don't know, bro. I've seen every comment section. Everybody thinks Rosendi's gonna run through him. He's coming out from 154. He's a 154 pounder that got knocked out at 160. Is at 168. Fought a dude with no gas tank and no punching power who fucking boxed himself out of breath and then got beat the fuck up.
yeah.
Resendiz, he already has 2 losses on the shit. It's gonna be 3 with Berlanga. I
Eh,
don't see that going on.
the only thing that Resendiz looks wow es porque pinche le ganó a Caleb Plant. But this is a Caleb Plant que no tiene ganas. Like
Yeah.
he's one
No,
foot
no
up.
es que no tiene ganas. It's just what the fuck is he doing to be at world championship level and gassing out in the 6th fucking round? Go fucking run. Go run. Go run. That's all he needs to do. There's no other question. You're gassing out? Oh, I'm tired. I'm not boxing well in the late rounds. Go fucking run. It's been a problem since the Benavidez fight. Go fucking run. He got beat up by a Benavidez Jr. fucking copycat, fucking shitty Mexican front foot style. If he brings that shitty front foot style, only reason Hamza won, he boxed that shit and knocked him out. Resendiz is gonna bring that shit and he's gonna get knocked the fuck out in 3 rounds.
The only thing I know about this, I just don't think Resendiz has that power. Pacheco, perdón, Berlanga, he does struggle with pressure fighters. Let's remember that shit. Let's get he
When,
struggled with
when did he
Canelo.
pressure with a fellowship?
He struggled with Angulo.
Canelo is not a pressure fighter.
No, no. I
Canelo's
can,
whole style, the way he fights, when you come forward with a high guard, his plan is to just walk forward no matter hit. You can hit Canelo hard and he can feel it. He's just gonna keep walking forward
sí,
the
sí,
entire
sí, sí,
time.
sí, exactly.
It's
Well,
not much of like a Mexican pressure. It's more
I
of a
know. There
pressure.
you go. It's like he's there, but he's not throwing. But he's there, and every time he throws, it hurts. Like
Yeah.
boom, boom, you know. Y estos güeyes, pero es un estilo de pressure, like he's on you. And Resendiz, I don't think he has the power to do that to Berlanga. But if Angulo can kind of do something, maybe Resendiz can. I just don't like the fact that Berlanga got knocked the fuck out. Why is he fighting for a fucking belt? Like that's not fair. If this fight were to happen, but I'm like even Resendiz contra Lester Martinez. Give me that fight. And Belly versus he will run through fucking Resendiz. Um, Charlo, if he really wants to come back, like we'll go fight with these motherfuckers.
That
You know?
Resendiz fight would be perfect for Charlo. Resendiz
Yes,
fight, perfect.
yes,
Berlanga, not so much.
yes. Y como se llama? Yeah, that for me. The future of 168 is what I want. For me, that's like that's magic. That's fucking Fruit Loops. That's Frosted Flakes. You know when you're eating cereal. Yeah, I don't know if you eat cereal, but for me, cereal is the shit. You know, like when you add milk to that shit, that's 168, and I'm hoping it happens. Just like 154, 154. También, there's a big difference between 168 and 154. 168 does not have a lot of Americans. So there's a lot of potential that we're gonna get to see the fights because all these fucking Europeans, all these fucking Canadians or Latin America, they want to get paid and they don't get $1 million is a lot to them compared to these fucking divas. Give me 10, give me 15, give me fucking five. I'm like, fool, you're not worth that shit. Like, fucking relax.
That's what I'll say is if I get to the big stages, I'm gonna go for fucking legacy. That's why somebody was in my comments and they were like, "Are you gonna stay in one division or are you gonna go up multiple because you're a big guy?" I want to go up multiple divisions. I want to challenge myself. I if I was Shakur and I got the 25% offer for undisputed, I wouldn't have countered with a fucking 50-50. I would have fucking taken it
Yeah.
because the stacks
Yeah.
are odds against you and just fight. Train your ass off. Train your ass off. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. And that's something that I feel like when people talk about Mayweather, I'm like, yes, he made the most money, but he also fought the guys in the beginning. I'm like, that's something that people are forgetting. I'm like, Mayweather didn't start making money until he already had accumulated all these fucking fights. I'm
Exactly,
like,
and they were against bangers.
yes,
Against
and I'm like,
Corrales.
exactly. And I'm like, and what these fools are forgetting, I'm like, you guys are not taking bangers and you want money Mayweather money. I'm like, you need to get through Pretty Boy first before you ask for that fucking money.
Exactly,
I'm
and
like,
nobody wants to do that.
and nobody wants to do that shit because they're afraid of losing.
Everybody wants to be the can man till they get the money. And then what happens when you're the can man and you get the money? You get your ass whooped when you get the money fight because you've been getting all cans and you find somebody that's motivated, striving, maybe a bit more fucking veteran than them. They're gonna get their ass whooped. That's what ends up happening most of the time. That's why top rank fighters don't get pushed well. They get a bunch of cans. That's why top rank hasn't done shit this whole year. They've been on other promotions, just giving their fighters cans to be in Mexico.
That's what they've been having a hard. I think they were waiting for 2026 to call their new channel because they have been fighting on Tubi. Pero como just to throwing their fighters to another promotional company. But I do know that that's because an ESPN and I believe it was July. That was their last their last contract, and ESPN didn't want to renew. So that's what Top Rank started doing that. I will say this though, where you got it wrong is not Top Rank. Top Rank, what they do is they do feature tomato cans, right? How you were saying it, you're right on that. But it comes to a point where they step you up, and then they step
Yeah,
you.
and then they get fucking mollywopped. What's it called? People think Chop Chop lost his last fight, and it was barely even a step up at all. I don't even think it was a step up.
We can disagree on some fighters, porque not like like let's just put it this way. Top ranked fighters have beaten the shit out of PBC because PBC that's all they get. They just get cans and more cans and more cans and more cans. So when they face a top ranked fighter, usually they always fucking lose. They
Yeah,
fucking lose. Majority of the
Bacoli.
time they lose.
I honestly think that was a stupid fight. I honestly think nobody expected Bacoli to fucking do that to him. I honestly think nobody did. But what's it called? Can Man. He probably Jared Anderson probably went in there thinking, "Oh, it's another big guy can knock out like that."
Yeah.
It's not a can.
It's not a can. Y como se llama, you're not wrong. I do know that like out of let's say three fights up for a new fighter. That's like out of three fights, we'll say like two are cans and one is a good one. That's why I'm kind of scared for Richard Torres that
No, he beat Villanueva, who beat
uh
the Russian Bear dude.
yeah the
So I will say that did step up Richard Torres a little to level, but I do think if he gets to the size, if he ends up fighting like somebody that's like a super heavyweight, because they don't have a super heavyweight division, but there are some fuckers that are super heavyweight, fucking
like two fucking
260 get up there.
yes.
He's not gonna handle that. The reach and the power mixed alone, he's not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Yes.
He's gonna get Jared Anderson.
He's gonna get Jared. I even said it myself. I'm like, those motherfuckers should be fighting each other. But Jared Anderson already said, I'm not gonna fight my friend. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on, you can't do that shit, dude. Oh, no, this is boxing, bro.
Jared Anderson doesn't want to fucking fight nobody. What the fuck has he been doing with his career? Do you really expect anything else from Jared Anderson? Yeah. Oh, I'm so young. There's too much pressure on my back. It's pressure because you're on a fucking top rank. You're a big fighter. And you're knocking niggas out. Build that pressure. Build a fucking career. Stop being a crybaby whiny bitch.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not that fucking hard. Hey, he just does not have the boxer mentality to make it to the top. He's already said multiple times he just wants money.
Yes, and you're not gonna get it if you're not fighting no one.
Exactly.
I'm like, he struggled with fucking Charles Martin. I'm like, you got knocked the fuck out by Bacoli. I'm like, who I think he struggled in his last fight, and that was a fucking tomato can. And yeah, that guy's not hungry, and I don't know if we're ever gonna see another great American heavyweight. I don't know. I don't know.
Just wait till I move up. No, I don't know. I'm not going to
I mean,
heavyweight.
in
I'm
a
not
way,
going.
Benavides. If he goes to heavyweight, Benavides. You don't
Oh,
think so? Either?
Benavidez.
Maybe.
Benavidez is like 8 different things. Motherfucker gets. I see him in Mexican edits. I see him fucking Venezuela edits. I see him fucking Mexican American edits.
Yeah,
I see him in all types.
we should
I
get
don't know
some.
what the fuck the man is.
We should get some carne asada, some fucking birria, some carditas, and shove it to Fundora, so that motherfucker can become a heavyweight. Because that
That's
mother.
what I'm saying. We need somebody to take over Maze now. I'm two. No, there. I'm gonna be honest. Who the fuck has had a big kickback for a Canelo fight? Probably not in like a whole fucking year.
Well,
Nobody, nobody was grilling for William Skull versus Canelo.
yes, no one, no one. I mean, unless you're a Cuban. Yeah, if you're a Cuban, maybe.
The Cubans don't even know their own fucking guy. That dude came out of fucking nowhere.
It's like you don't. They don't.
After
They,
two, he probably lost more fans after that shit. What the fuck was that shit fest? Fucking, this is
you're
him the whole fight. Fuck out of here, fucking faint fest. And Canelo didn't do shit. I will say, number one thing, the worst thing that happened for Canelo was having a shitty fight against Canelo's William Skull. He pretty much didn't even have a fucking fight. What helps fighters is they get a fight that's a 12 rounder. They fight hard through all the fucking 12 rounds. Their next fight, they're conditioned, they're ready for 12 rounds again.
yes,
That was 12 rounds of fucking shit. He was not ready for Crawford to bring 12 rounds of the shit to him right
yes.
after.
The only reason I remember when we both went live and we decided to eat our crow, right? It's like I told you there, like there's too many what is for Crawford for me to see a victory because he was coming off literally like a year off. You're 38 years old. You haven't had a tune up, and that's what made me do that. Because for me, I have the same mentality. I'm like, if you fight a 12 rounder who like real good against an elite level guy or someone like a B level guy, you're gonna be ready for another B level or another A level. I'm like, but if you're fucking beating two bums, let's say I'm not even gonna call them bums, right? Because I don't fight, but let's call him a D minus guy, and then you're gonna have a D plus guy, and then you go fight an A level guy. I'm like, no, bro, that's
Yeah,
not how it
no,
is.
it's not gonna
That's not how
stack
it is.
together.
Yes,
It's not how
like
it works. That's why what we said, top rank does not
yes,
fucking work. I think what I liked about my old coach, even though it was pretty stupid for him to want to turn me pro with 3 fucking fights, he said that okay, you're gonna get like 5 can fights, then we're gonna step you up. We're gonna step you up, not a crazy step up. Maybe somebody that's 3-0 as a pro, but he's gonna bring a little fight. Not a crazy fight, but step up. A
yes,
hard fight is gonna take you way longer than a can fight, money fight. A hard fight, even if it's a little hard fight. He's gonna make sure it's a winnable fight, but it's gonna be a hard fucking fight. That's what I liked about that coach. He
yeah,
wasn't gonna throw me in the fire, but he was gonna throw me in the fucking. He was probably gonna throw me on top of a fucking unheated grill. Like it
yes.
just feel a little bit of the heat, but the little bit of the heat is better than going into the heat just fucking straight cold.
Exactly. It's como yo digo, like there's times where I go to, I do tend to go to Box Rec and just check who they fought or something like that. Y si miro que they do this, that they step you up right little by little. You're fighting guys with upside down records, and then all of a sudden you'll see a guy on his record that has like 56 wins and like
Yeah,
70 losses. Right? I'm like, okay, that's a step up. Why? Because now you have a guy that actually has wins on his
but then
record.
the veteranism gets too much for them too,
Yes,
most of the time.
and that's the experience of a veteran, right? Oh, I'm a veteran. I've already had 100 fights. Let's go. And then I see the ones where they're like, okay, 20 fights, 14 losses, but like out of those 20 fights, 17 are knockouts. And I'm like, okay, so this guy's bringing in power to the table. So now they're testing your power. And then, of course, they put you in with the fucking slippery slope, a runner, a pure boxer.
Yeah,
And they see that. So that's when Top Rank, when they saw that with Berlanga, how he was struggling, and this fool didn't want to fucking fight Gabe Rosado. They're
they
like, oh,
dropped him.
pues, a la chingada. We don't
Yeah,
need
they
that.
dropped his ass.
They dropped his ass. When Andy Reese lost against Joseph Parker, they dropped his ass because he was lazy. He's like, you're not gonna be doing that shit, that lazy shit.
Hey, they
Uh,
regretted that shit though.
yeah, it backfired, but that's only in a way it worked out for him because he signed with PBC. He had one fight. He called Eddie Hearn because Jarrell Miller fucking got tested positive for PEDs. He's like, hey, I just had a fight. I knocked out. Like, you want to have a fight? I'm Mexican, blah blah. He got lucky. He didn't get lucky. He just AJ took him lightly. That's all I can say.
I
And that's
will
what.
say one thing I want to see like deeper. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No, sorry. That's okay.
Oh, well, I want to say deeper. I want to see heavier penalties for PED usage just to stop further usage. I will say starting to if people start popping, I want to see them start deleting fights like off of their record and shit. Like I wanted it to be a bigger thing than just oh little ban, you flag him, you test him more. I want to see more than just that in as PED user because I will say I never thought about that shit. I'm not gonna do fucking PEDs. I'm not gonna have nothing to worry about. I know damn well if I work my ass off, I'm gonna be able to get in there good. I'll probably beat somebody's ass with PED. But I will
Yeah.
say I want him to see him start penalizing PEDs a little more.
You know which ones I hate? I hate the ones that say 6 months. You know, oh, he's been banned for 6 months. I'm like, bro. I'm like, that's what these fucking days and estos tiempos de ahorita. I'm like, that's what they like. Their next fight is 6 months. So
Yeah,
technically,
they're gonna go through a whole ass camp, through 6 months, work their ass off, get into a fight, they're back like nothing.
yes. And I'm like, and
Who
I
knows
would,
they don't cycle off in those 6 months? They do another cycle and cycle off in those 6 months.
yeah. And I will say this. I'm like, I will because I'm like, even fighters go up to like a year sometimes without fighting. Look at Ryan, right after the Haney, he didn't fucking fight for a full year. I'm like, their first offense should be like a year and a half. I'm like, make them
Yeah.
suffer for it. Like, make them suffer. I'm
Like
like,
make it could ruin somebody else's career, so it might as well just fucking fuck up yours
yes,
too. Because
yes,
it's a stupid fucking move.
and
And I
that's the
will say that's why I like when they do the supplements, they make you send in your supplements and all that. Make sure that
mm,
you don't have any tainted supplements. I like that.
yes, and I think they just started doing that porque hubo muchos fighters que, like in Russia, you can get a lot of shit that you don't even know, but over here, like in the States, it's fucking banned, but in Russia, it's not. And they're like, "Oh, well, I was taking Russian supplements because my gym's in Russia." So they had to start doing something like that where everything is more, ¿cómo se dice la palabra? More conclusive. This is what I hate about the UK. Like UK can ban you, but then you come to the States and fight. I'm like, because WADA, or I mean, that's WADA didn't ban you. It was UCAT. And that's something where I'm like, okay, come on, guys, that's bullshit. I'm like, that means that I can still be active in the United States, but not in UK. I'm like, that's son mamadas también. It's something where they have to be banned like worldwide. You know, I'm like, you can't fight for shit unless you're gonna fight like street fighting or go to, ¿cómo se llama? Bare knuckle boxing, some bullshit like that, you know. But you're right. There should be more of a much harder penalty. Definitely more than 6 months. I would say a year minimum.
Yeah, no, I say like a year and a half is probably the
Yeah.
perfect. Because a year, still
También,
not that bad. Terrence Crawford takes a year before his next fight.
true.
That
L-
doesn't do shit.
Triple G started doing that in late in his career where he would only fight once a year until he retired. And I think he only fought like 1 year and then again and then one more time and then he retired. He was on his way out already. But
Yeah,
like even one
get that
year,
Canelo money.
get that Canelo. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was after the Canelo fight. Huh? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was
but
after
Turkey
the
would have loved Triple G though if he had
fuck
longevity
yeah.
in his career.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that would have made a Triple G the non-boogeyman if Turkey came fucking early because he would have made those fights fucking happen. He would have paid somebody to fight Triple G.
Yeah. It's like when Ryan that disrespects him. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you can't be saying shit when you've never been a champion. I'm
I
like,
got a
triple,
quick question:
yeah.
Prime Triple G or Prime Charlo in a fight?
Oh, Triple G, Triple G, Triple G.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I know the people always tell me that I hate on Charlo a lot, but I'm like, it's just that I'm like, if I'm gonna go with a guy that never fought anyone, supposedly in a lot of people's eyes, and I'm like, but then I look at Charlo and I see the same bullshit. I'm like, so you give shit to Golovkin, but you don't give shit to Charlo? I'm like, come on, don't give me that fucking bullshit. I'm like, they gave shit to Canelo because oh he ducked all these fighters. I'm like, all these fighters that Canelo ducked, I don't see them on Charlo's record or on Triple G or on Andre or on Billy Joe. I'm like, it's the same fucking bullshit. Or on fucking Munguia when he moved up. I'm like, it's like it doesn't make any sense for me when you shit on one guy only when none of them are fighting each other either.
exactly.
And
Well, it's the most problem with every division. I want to see more fights at 140 and 147. They should just start stacking up. Well, actually, mostly just 140. Gary Russell, where the fuck is he at?
he's
Hasn't fought since the Rio.
who's he gonna fight? I think he has a fight at 140 against the Japanese guy.
Interesting stuff.
I think he has a fight. It's official. I think he's gonna be on the undercard. Who the fuck? Where did I see his fight undercard on? Isn't he gonna be on the PBC card? Yeah, I thought I said, look, give me a second, watch. I look it up on my site too.
Mm-hmm. Quick little intermission.
That's stupid. You're dumb.
Yeah, I'm fucking. I want to see if I can chat.
He's fighting. Oh, it's not official anymore. It's not on BoxRec.
Yeah, no, he's
Huh.
not fighting.
He was. I know that I saw that he was gonna fight like an Asian guy over there in Japan, and then I heard he was gonna put it over here.
Who's the top contender at 140 that's in Japan?
I forgot his name. It's Harioka, Harioka, Hiruka, some shit like that. Andy Hiruka, the guy who knocked out my abuelito, the one that beat Rolly.
Oh, Andy Hiroka. Oh,
Yes, yes, yes. That was the only way I remember because he beat up my abuelito.
oh my God, he fucking murdered that dude. I felt bad. I honestly thought I was expecting to see the old dude catch another body headline, but no, he got fucking body.
He got
The way
body.
he did that black dude, he got instant karma, dude. He got done the exact same fucking way.
Yes, this Andy Hiroka. That's his mandatory. And I heard that they were gonna fight in
Oh,
Japan.
there we go. There we go. Yeah. Gary Antoine Russell could take on Andy Hiroka in summer of 2026 at Kaseya Center in Miami. The fight would be contested over 12 rounds. Yep.
Okay, you see, yeah. So I remember we came up.
Oh, yeah. No, it was originally supposed to be on the Jake Paul card.
There you go. There you go. And then they moved it. And then they moved it. I forgot to which date, but they moved it afterwards.
Which was dumb. I don't fucking know why, but like he even got. Oh my God, see, I'm telling you, my phone is fucked. Holy shit, I can't even show you guys the fucking poster.
I can show you.
Yeah, see, it was supposed to be no, it was not even the Jake Paul Anthony card. That shit was supposed to happen a while ago. It was supposed to be the Tank Davis fight.
Oh, and because it's there you go. So because the Tank Davis didn't happen, his card got spoiled. And I thought he was gonna fight in the January card after that. And I
The
guess not,
Andy
because
Hiroka dude, I didn't. He's Japanese.
yes. I
That
think so.
motherfucker looks Cuban. That motherfucker looks fucking Puerto Rican. He's
Yeah,
like
because if I
some
was
kind of motherfucking shit.
the fight was gonna be in fucking Japan.
What?
He does. Oh shit, he does look Cuban.
Yeah, he looks fucking Afro American.
Afro-American. You're stupid.
Okay, he looks a little more Asian with short hair.
The only thing that sucks about that Gary Russell fight, Hiroka hasn't fought since knocking out my abuelito, bro. That happened in fucking September 2024.
Yeah, and you
This
think
fool's gonna
he's ready for that type of fucking volume, bro?
yeah, like exactly, and I'm like, yes, you have power. Yes,
Fuck.
like you have power, but Gary Russell he also has power too, But I don't know, bro. Like I look at that and I'm like, no mames. I'm like, I don't know how this fool can do anything.
Yeah, bro, that beatdown against Ryan was so bad. I can almost count that shit as this beatdown of the fucking year. That shit was horrible, dude. I never thought I'd see Ryan get done like that, dude. He was on. I honestly was laughing at Russell because, like, the gloves, I was like, I spent $500 on this cup. He had a fake version of those fucking gloves of the brand I spent, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I couldn't
man.
take Russell serious Jr. I was like, a fucking pro with fake gloves. What the fuck kind of shit is this? And then he piece of shit out of Ryo, and I'm like, oh, well,
I
fucking fake glove power.
I don't know. I don't know what like Ryo in a way for me got lucky in a way. As the not lucky. I don't think much of Pitbull Cruz. I don't think Pitbull Cruz shouldn't be at 140 at all. I just think this fucker is lazy that he doesn't want to cut weight, and he's just in the wrong division. So he just boxed the shit out of Pitbull because Pitbull's not good. Pitbull's not good at all, and unfortunately, Ryo won the belt. Gary Russell got another fucking belt, another opportunity to get another fucking belt. But at 140, that division's stacked. Because está Dalton Smith who's gonna fight Matias. Those guys is literally that's literally two top 10 guys, right?
And Puello automatically got next after that too. And Puello
What's up?
already beat Russell. Puello has next automatically after
Yes,
that.
and then Puello's another top 10 guy. You got a Hiroka who's a top 10. You got Gary Russell who's a top 10. You can kind of say that Isaac Cruz is a top 10. You kind of have to say it. Tio is a top 10. You don't want to. I mean, I'm going by the list, so that's what I'm saying. Like he has to be in it, even if it's in the bottom 10.
No,
Um,
he's not
if
top
Shakur, if Shakur wins, he automatically becomes a top 10 pound
ten.
for pound and 140.
Nobody's gonna want to fight him on 40. I honestly, bro, fuck it. Russell Shakur would be a good fight. Did you see that sparring that got leaked?
Yes.
He was bringing that shit, bro. I like Russell's style. I like Russell, Carmel, and I can't really think who else. I like the styles where they just bring it to anybody. I like Carmel because Emiliano Moreno, the dude I was talking about, the fight of the year guy.
Yes.
He's 3 divisions up from Carmel. He said Carmel came to fucking fight. He said obviously he got the better because he was bigger, but
Yeah.
Carmel came to fucking fight. And that's the styles I love watching. That's what Gary Russell's gonna bring. That's why he beat Jerome Boots Ennis 3 times. Stopped
Yeah.
him from going to the Olympics twice.
Shit. No, yeah. And then when you start looking at all that shit, you're like, no mames, like 140 is stacked. The thing is that we're not getting the fights.
Yeah,
Like,
we are. Like, how the fuck? They're the whole. They're getting passed around like Figueroa hoes. That's why we haven't gotten a fucking unification or an undisputed fight. They're getting passed around everywhere. And I think what fucked it up the most was when Pitbull had that shit in him.
no, I would say what fucked it up the most. Oh no, no. Well, technically, all the belts were loose is when Josh Taylor lost them,
Yeah.
to a fucking injury and shit. Pero when we are gonna have a unification match, which was gonna be Matias versus Regis Prograis, Regis has decided to fight Haney instead of Matias. And I'm like, if he would have faced Matias, I think it would have been a better fight because it would have been more like action packed.
Mm.
Until Matias would have caught him, and then
Yeah.
Teal would have had the other one. Top Rank basically told him, let's have this fight in Vegas
Fuck
or
Regis.
or Los Angeles, which was Teal versus Matias. Teal wanted it in New York because he's Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. We should have it over there, and no se hizo. And there was some bullshit. Like I forgot what it was, so they canceled the fucking fight. So it's been a lot of fucking bullshit in between on the 140. Like a lot of fucking bullshit where I'm like, come
Yeah,
on, guys.
140 is like the girliest division. It's just a bunch of
Yes.
fucking bitches in that division.
And I'm like, even the Puello versus Matias, that was a good fight. It was a good fight. I'm
Fucking
like,
give us fucking Grandpa versus Pitbull Cruz.
my man, nah, that I don't even think has he fought, but has Barroso fight?
He's
I don't
not fought.
think
He's not fought. He got that rolly bag and bit.
Barroso, he got that. Well, he got the rolly the okay, Ismael got the rolly bag, and then he went to go beat Alfonso Davies. I think it was Alfonso
Mhm.
Davies, and he got that UK bag, and then he
Yep.
got the Japan bag where he got him
Knock the
knocked
fuck
the
out.
Yep, and that was. But yeah, you got three little bags. You got the rolly bag, the O'Hara Davies. There you go, O'Hara Davies, and they got the Hirioka fight. So I was like, it sucked for him because he was raw from Rolly, and he never got that belt opportunity again.
Another division that's not moving is 130 either. You haven't heard a big fight. Navarrete is usually only the big fights that
Oh,
happen.
Sugar Nunez. Sugar Nunez gonna
That's what I'm saying. Navarrete is usually the big fights that happens at fucking 130.
fuck it. And that fight, I'm actually excited for Sugar Nunez contra
I don't know
Navarrete.
who Sugar. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know who Sugar Nunez is. I just know
Go
he's a
check
contender.
him out. Go check him out. It's Sugar Nunez.
Mexican.
Yes, it's gonna be a Mexican fight. Pero Sugar Nunez is like a type of a slick boxer. Pero he loves to fight. Like he can move around. He can be slick. Pero that pride, that Mexican pride comes in there, and he starts to actually fucking fight. That's what makes this fight exciting. And he's also pretty tall. So Sugar Nunez contra Navarrete is gonna be it has fight of the year vibes, even though it's gonna be early in the fucking year. I think it's in January or February, but desde ahorita, I'm already saying it. It's like it has fight of the year vibes, just because of the styles that Navarrete brings. Right there. I mean, that's the ¿Cómo se llama este güey that just beat Shock? Shock is the other 130 fighter, the other 130 champion, and who's the other fucking champion? So Shocky Foster, he's a 130 guy. Oh well, Fulton, he dropped his belt. So I think he dropped his belt. So it's vacant, Oshaki Foster, Sugar Nunez, and Vaquero. So those are the fights. And I believe if Vaquero wins, we might get Oshaki Foster versus Vaquero, because it'll be for three belts.
Yeah,
And they're
that's
both
gonna be a good fight.
and they're both with Top Rank, and Top Rank usually does make the fights. They usually do make fights. Este, ¿cómo se-
Do they though? Do they though?
Yes,
I
Valdez.
think they need to make fights this year just because they had a dead year.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is like they do make the fights, as in ¿cómo se dice la palabra? When they actually have TV, like TV time and all that shit, They actually do make the fights way. Like we got fucking a unification fight between Vosdick and Better Beef, and it was on ESPN. We got a unification fight between Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. That was also on TV. We got the Valdez versus Burchell. That was también Lomachenko versus Teofimo. So they actually do get fights, bro. But it's just that right now they don't have TV time. They don't have TV time at all, and their fights are literally being broadcasted to through Tubi TV, Pluto TV, Vizio TV, and I forgot what was the other one. There was on four of them, and I'm okay with that, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to concentrate on that side of the stream. I think they want like a good one, like Peacock or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
the
Speaking of the devil, my fucking plug hit me up right now as we're speaking. Thank God. I honestly wish I had this for the podcast. I feel like it would have been 10 times more talkative, but I feel like I'm talking no matter what.
no. You're talking no matter what. Pedo. Like it's como se llama. When it comes to boxing, sometimes I get mad at boxing way, not because of the sports, because of the politics involved, like the fighters that don't want to fucking fight. I'm like, bro, we are the ones, o sea, you, me, anyone who's a fan who watches the streams, who watches the cable, who pays for the pay per view. We're the ones who make them rich, and for them to not want to fight is bullshit, way. Like, come on,
Yeah.
guys. Like, we're the ones who make you where you are, and then you don't want to fucking fight. Like, váyanse mucho a la verga. That's my opinion about boxing once you get to the high level. Porque sí cae gordo, güey. Like, sí cae gordo.
Yeah, no, that pissed me off. And one thing I don't like about Turkey either, and this has been brought up before, he's bringing his fights. He's not bringing the fan fights. He's not bringing the fights that we want to see. And I think that's what's holding him back from really getting that money.
Ooh. Turkey?
Huh? Turkey, yeah. He's
Oh,
bringing the fights that he wants.
no, he's bringing fights, like the high level
Like,
fight.
What fight has that everybody's fucking wanted that he brought? Name me one.
Better
Huh?
be Bibble.
That had to happen. It was undisputed.
Yeah, but we've been asking for it for 5 years. He
Okay,
brought
okay.
Usyk,
But really, besides who?
Usyk versus Fury.
These are fights that should. But the thing is, these are fights that should
They
happen.
weren't happening because they didn't come okay. So there's a lot of fights that don't happen because they can't make the money on their own. So these fools are fucking asking for too much, and the fights can't get made. It's like como another high level fight was in a way high level because it was two top 10 guys. Kalen Smith versus Joshua Boatsy.
Yeah.
This is a fight
That was a good fucking fight. And honestly, what do you see in Callum and Morrell? I want to give my answer second, but I want to see who do you think against Callum versus Morrell. Who do you think?
Gosh, Caleb has been looking slow. He's been looking slow, and I think he's gonna lose the fight. I'll be rocking with him because the guy has power way, and I think I think he can do a better job than Benavides for his power alone. He showed a lot of grit, and he's been at 175 longer. I don't know. I think that slick style va a ganar el Morel. The slick style alone. I will be rooting for Kellen Smith all the way though. I might change my mind at the end of the day when I actually bring up the fight and we do the podcast about it. But at the moment, I'm leaning towards David Morrell. I don't know how you. No?
Who do you see? Do you think he beat Katiev?
The Katiev fight. Sí, cierto. And Katiev ain't no fucking Kalen Smith. Kalen Smith is better than Katiev.
I think Caleb Smith will get fucking hit less than Benavides in the pocket because I think he's a better inside boxer.
Yes.
He's butcher for a fucking reason. Morrell's not good at inside fighting. He's not going to be good. He's good at doing the Kezi. He's good at doing the Kezi on the outside. He's going to do the Kezi on the outside, bro.
And I believe Caleb does have a better straight punch than Benavides. He has a better jab than Benavides. And I do believe that he has much more punching power than Benavides. Porque aquel way is more the pressure power. Y este way is the actual punching power. So, like I said, I might be changing my mind later on. At the moment, I do have Morrell, just maybe like a split decision. I don't see Kalen Smith getting knocked out at all. But yeah, like at the moment, I see Morrell taking it. Like I said, later on, because
bro, I will tell you just off of boxing, it's not gonna be good. I like Alan Smith. He's the butcher. He's gonna butcher that dude. You
Is
see
the
what he
fact
did to Boatsi?
well he didn't do much. I mean, he did do much, but not much. You get it? Like Watsy, like I had Caleb knocking him out, and I'm like, and I saw you kind of struggling and even getting rocked by Watsy. ¿Cómo se llama?
It's light heavyweight. It's
It's
gonna
like
happen,
yeah,
bro.
it's
Better Beef's gotten dropped.
uh,
Once you get to a certain size, that punch is gonna be deadly. That's why I want to
yes.
keep my. I don't want to go to 175. Like, I'll be honest. I'm probably gonna max myself out at like 160, 168.
You're like
Fuck
what?
yeah. Fuck that. I'm 6 foot, but I'm not fucking 6 foot. Like that.
No, yeah. So at the moment, like I said, I like that fight. I am gonna watch it. I'm gonna be all in. And like I said, when we do the podcast, I might change my mind because you reminded me of the Katia fight. I did completely forget about that, and I was only concentrating on the Boatsy fight, how Caleb looked. But Morel did also look like shit against Katia. So it's two guys that took on. They're both on top 10 fights. And I love that Morel is taking a challenge, that he's taking the fights. Benavides, a top 10 guy. Katiev, a top 10 guy. Kalen Smith, another top 10 guy. I'm starting to become a Morel fan in a way, but unfortunately it was a lot.
Burrell losing. They're both fucking losses. He is? What are you giving him fucking good shit for?
No, that
He's
he
the worst fucking Cuban on the Cuban roster of world champions ever. He's
no,
the worst fucking. No, I'm not. When the fuck have you? He is the most non-fleet-footed Cuban I've ever seen. He's a fucking punching. He's a fucking knockout artist that tries to fight like a Cuban because he's a Cuban. If he fought coming forward instead of fucking, I'm telling you, the Kezi,
yeah,
the weird movement, the awkward movement, that's what got him lost. What got him dropped by Morel? I mean, not Morel. What
like
got him dropped by Katiev? The stupid movement.
yes, yes, I agree.
He fucking backed out like this, got fucking caught. Now, who the fuck does that? People that want to be Cuban. The only reason he's fighting like a Cuban is because he's Cuban. If he was not Cuban, we'd probably have a fucking knockout artist.
That's why that's why I
He's a
like
knockout artist, but
that's why
like
I
we
liked
have a fucking killer.
that's why I liked even though he wasn't heavyweight, Luis Ortiz, that he did not fight like a Cuban.
Yeah.
I know, and I know it's heavyweight, but the only reason I say this because Frankie Sanchez, who's a fucking Cuban, he sure loves to fucking run too much. I'm like, motherfucker, you're a heavyweight. I'm like, I come here for los vergazos, no para pinche pure boxing. And I'm like, I fucking hate that shit. Um, but with this said, Mr. Angel, any last comments before the year ends on boxing? Do you have any other honorable mentions? Like if you want to say, I believe this was fighter of the year or anything else extra, any honorable mention or one thing that you forgot?
I like to say tune into my fight January 24th. We're gonna be putting belt to ass. That's all y'all need to know. I hope you
Can
have an amazing year. I hope tonight's fight is bangers. Mexican versus Japan. Well, I did not like that the Wabito fight got canceled over
it
the
is
little fucking illness.
wait, we're not getting Wilfredo?
Yeah, nope. Versus
Oh,
Taraji. We're not getting
that
that no more.
sucks. That means that we're not gonna get banned for fucking undisputed.
No, we're not. And I'm honestly, strip the
Uh,
fucker. Strip the fucker. I don't give a fuck at this
you
point.
just wait or what? What happened?
So what happened? It wasn't even like him getting down to weight being the issue. It was him trying to get back up in weight. The motherfucker was flat. He couldn't get past 2 pounds over hydration, so they had to put him into the hospital.
Well, he should have gotten stripped. I
That's
mean,
what
then,
I'm saying.
but that happened to Johnny Beck, and he didn't get stripped. No, that sucks, man. I really wanted to see that fight. Well, I don't even think I'm gonna see any of them, but I'm gonna rewatch them later. Por la razón de que I'm like, I wanted this motherfucker. ¿Cómo se llama his opponent, the Japanese guy? What was his name? No, Shinsuke. What was the guy he was fighting? Wilfredo Shinsuke. What's his name?
Think about it when you say Jin Sikorsky. It was Taraji.
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 The reason is because Taraji is literally a next unified champion, a pound for pound guy, and I'm like, and I wanted to see Bam go undisputed against him. Um, I don't think we're gonna see Bam undisputed anymore because of that. If the fight gets pushed back, we're not gonna get to see Bam as
Oh
an
shit!
undisputed anymore. So
Who
we're
the
gonna see
fuck is Robito Garcia, bro? I don't know.
some fucking random motherfucker, dude. Now that
Like
sucks.
he's Mexican and I don't even know him. That's bad.
Yeah, that sucks. That fucking sucks, bro. That sucks.
You
I
never
mean, we
even found that out.
Oh, and then that's official. I forgot another one that we have to give a quick mention before we say bye. Nakatani versus Naoya. It's official for May,
Yeah, 100%.
which is
Which I
fucking.
hope,
It's
which people are
fucking.
saying Nakatani could have a flat performance tonight, bro. I will say that.
Oh, I wish he would have faced Ramon Cardenas or Luis Neri just to see a common opponent between them.
Yeah, but
I'm like,
not. I don't think they would have taken that fight, honestly.
yeah, not in his first fight. Y como se
Yeah,
llama? It sucks for Picasso because that's disrespectful that they already announced the fight that is going to happen in May if they win. I'm like, nah, you guys are looking past Picasso, but no one's looking
I,
past Picasso because I have Naoya under five.
yeah, no. You can't really look past somebody that's kind of expected to lose because he's not. He doesn't have the under the bright lights look yet.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I know that I keep saying Naoya Inoue's kryptonite is Mexicans, because only the Mexicans have dropped him. And freaking Nonito Donaire, but Nonito Donaire is Filipino, which makes him a Mexican. And Picasso might be the first Mexican to not drop him, unfortunately, because I don't think he has power like that. Um, one, I'll say this: one honorable mention potential fight that I would love to see next year, even if it's a co-main. Cardenas, the guy who dropped Naoya, versus Luis Neri, the guy who dropped Naoya at 122. Oh, that would be fucking. Oh my god, I'll wet
that would
myself.
be Hooker versus Hooker,
Hell yeah,
not the
hell
fucking Figueroa Street Hooker versus Hooker,
yes.
bro.
And it would be like Cardenas another step up fight versus the next champion. Oh, that
It's
would
like
be my.
Cardenas' last knockout too.
Oh
Ooh, pro box the fucking the same thing as Bam, fucking boom, but it was a hook.
yes.
Ooh, it was a hook. Oh my
Yes.
god, man, that dude's
Car-
got dynamite in his fucking hand. When I tell you, I dropped in. I was walking down the strip, drunk as shit, and I just see a bar playing in nowhere. I see me and my friend stop. The Emiliano Moreno dude. Me and him,
yes.
we stop right there. We both look at the screen. Like we wait five, like literally 50 seconds later, niggas drop. And we're like, what the fuck? Yeah, Cardenas,
That's
I like it.
that's
Cardenas,
funny.
man, that motherfucker got grocery stores named after him, bro. He gotta do
That,
something good.
that happened to me because I was in Salt Lake City when fucking Tim Zoo was fighting that Russian motherfucking looking guy.
You know, bro. I just fucking talked to Tim Zoo.
I just talked to Tim.
I just talked to Tim Zoo. I was honestly like, remember how I got drunk on Christmas?
Yes.
I ended up texting him, and I just wanted to like fucking thank him
Mm.
for inviting me to his camp that one time, and he
Oh,
fucking he responded, wow, this fucking shit's chopped. I can't. He responded right there. You can see, but he
yeah,
said
yeah,
many blessings, champ. I hope to see you again, and then keep pushing.
there
So I
you go.
like that. I woke up to that, and I'm like, yeah, that's my nigga
That's
right there.
cool.
He
That's
got knocked
cool.
the
That's
fuck
yeah.
out.
That was your Christmas gift, brother.
That was my motherfucking Christmas gift. Fuck the body
So,
spray.
so what you were saying about what you were saying about the freaking fuck the buddies for this. Yeah, that's Tim Zoo right there. I saw it right now. The glare. Yeah. And
We got the rounds in too. We're gonna be a future world championship right alongside that shit.
so when you were walking about when you said about the Naoya fight or the Cardenas fight, that happened to me, but in Salt Lake with the Tim Zoo fight. I was walking and I was with my cousin and my sister, and we were going to a bar walking from a restaurant to the bar. And then I looked to the side and I was like, no, not Tim Zoo. I'm like, you're supposed even right now, I'll still fuck with Tim Zoo. I like Tim Zoo. I think that's it for. I don't want to say I think that's it.
147 would be the best fucking move for his career.
Yes,
Find a dietitian, lose a bit of muscle. 147. He's not big.
yes,
He's
man.
not big.
I just think I don't want to say he's shot, but he's
Norman Zoo, banger.
oh
Norman Zoo, two fucking hookers, and I have Zoo because he has the experience knocking out bigger guys. He will beat the fuck out of Norman. He just needs a dietitian. He needs to go on the Kezi diet and just fucking go down 147 right there. Damn,
he,
just
he
starve
should
himself.
he should
Starve
get the
himself.
snack supplements. Not just
Exactly. Fuck it. Yeah, exactly. If it'll help. Yeah.
all right, Angel. You have a good 2026. Enjoy the fight if you watch it.
Yes,
I'm like
sir.
I know I'll be snoring because I have to work tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be up.
I'm like if I do wake up at 5, what time's the main event? Like 5 a.m.
No 350.
I thought it was at 4:30.
No 350.
3:50. Okay, not I'm not.
Nakatani fights at 2.
Yeah, I'm not waking up. All right, Angel. You have a good night, brother.
Hey, to see you. Hey, more shows next year. We'll be back.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Wait, I'll say it right now. We're definitely gonna do the podcast for the teal card because that card is fucking good. That card is
Yeah,
good. Like it's worth the mention to talk each one.
Yeah,
And I'm
bro.
like, and I
Thanks.
think Sanders Sayas also fights that same day. It's a unification match, so I'll bring it in just even though it's not on the same card. We'll touch on it as well.
Yeah, don't forget about me though. I'm gonna be pound for pound champ. See y'all.
Yes. January 24. He's gonna fight. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it done. Amateur fight Angel. Check him out for Vizio. I'll tag him if you guys want to follow his little career, his weight loss transition, and for you guys, this was our 2026, 2025. We're gonna be going into 2026. Hopefully, we get great fights for those who are fans, who those who enjoy the sport of boxing and the love of boxing. But anyways, people, do have a good night, a good morning, and a good evening.